In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can make $2,000 every day just by using a simple 1-minute strategy. Hey, it's Ahmed from X Trading Academy, and this channel is all about binary options, forex trading, and making money online. So if you're interested in making money online, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon below so you don't miss out on our future uploads. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So before I get started with the video, I wanted to say that I have posted this strategy before, but this video will be more detailed and easier to understand. And make sure you guys stick till the end, because I will be giving some tips that will help you get better results using this strategy. And if you guys are completely new to binary options, I highly recommend you guys to watch my beginner's guide for binary options that I've posted in my channel. And after you're done watching that, you can come back to this video and try the strategy out for yourself. So the main reason I'm making this video on the same strategy is because the previous video that I have made was short and was harder to understand. So in this video I'll go in full detail. And for the people who are waiting for a video regarding investing in stocks, cryptocurrencies, or doing side hustles within UAE, I will make another channel on which I will be posting videos regarding that. And if you want to know when I'll be posting my first video, make sure you follow me on my Instagram, because I keep updating everyone about the videos that I post and give free value as well, and the link will be down in the description. So for this strategy, I'll be using a broker called Kotex. It is one of the best brokers out there for binary options trading. They give you up to $10,000 in demo accounts so you guys can practice before you start with real money, and I'll leave the link down below in the description for this broker. So before I get started with the strategy, I would like to show you the results that I've got using this specific strategy. So if you look below here, I've placed a total of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I've won all of them in a row. So you can see how strong the strategy is, and the strategy is super simple to follow. So to get started with the strategy, first we have to go down here and change the chart type to candles. And after that we have to set the candle time to 1 minute, which means each of these candles will be moving for 1 minute. And if you look down here, it says the time for the candle. So right now, after 33 seconds, this candle will close and a new candle will start. Now after we're done setting up the candles, it's time to add the indicators. So we go down to indicators over here, we click on that, and then you open ADX. Click on ADX and this thing will show up. Then you change ADX smoothing to 1 and your DI length to 5. After that, keep ADX green, make your plus DI blue and your minus DI to red. So after that, your chart should look pretty much like this. So ADX stands for Average Directional Movement Index. It shows you the strength of the trend. So let me just give you guys an example right here. So you can see that there are 3 lines down here. Let me just make it bigger right here. Okay, so you can see there are 3 lines below here. So the green line shows you the strength of the trend, and the blue line is an uptrend and the red line is downtrend. So let's just ignore the green line for now and focus on blue and the red line. So whenever the blue line is above the red line, it's an uptrend, but if the red line is above the blue line, it's a downtrend. So this indicator will help us know the start of a new trend. So let me show you guys an example. So if you see here at this point, the red line crossed the blue line. So again, for now let's ignore the green line, we'll get back to this later. So how this strategy works is you have to wait for the blue and the red line to cross each other. So whenever the red line crosses the blue line moving up, you have to place a trade for down, because I mentioned before that the red line means it's a downtrend. So when it's crossing, the red line is going above the blue line. So since it's going above the blue line, it's going to be a downtrend. So whenever you see, like there's an example right here, so this one crossed at this candle. So if you would have placed a trade here for sell for 1 minute, you would have won the trade. So this here was an example for a sell trade. Let me repeat it again. Always wait for the red line to cross the blue line moving up, because when it crosses the red line goes above the blue line. And as I mentioned before, if the red line is above the blue line, it's a downtrend, and if the blue line is above the red line, it's an uptrend. So since red line is crossing blue and moving up, it means it's a start of a new downtrend. So if you can see here, it crossed and the candle started falling down, it started going down. So what you would have done is place a trade at this point right here, at this area for 1 minute, and you can see it's a bearish candle, which means this candle stopped right here. So you would have placed a trade here, and within the next 1 minute you would have won the trade. So let me show you guys an example for a buy trade. So the ones which I showed you right now was the sell trade example, which means down, and now let me show you one for buy. So let me just open another pair, AUDJPY. So this is a good example. So right here, if you see, the blue line crossed the red line, and once again we'll be ignoring the green line, we'll get to it later. So since the blue line crossed the red line moving up, you can see here it's a start of a new trend. So what you would have done is place a trade at the cross. So as soon as they crossed, you just place a trade for a minute. So I believe it crossed at this candle or this candle, so whichever candle it crosses, you would have won. So let me explain this once again. So the reason that you're gonna put a up trade or a buy trade at this area is because as soon as the blue line crosses the red line, the blue will be above the red line, which means it's a start of a uptrend. So you just place a trade at this or this candle for buy for 1 minute, and after a minute the candle will close up here and you will end up winning the trade. So right now let me just go through the strategy once again before I give you guys the extra tips. So always look for the blue and the red line to cross each other. Like at this point, if you see, this was an amazing example. The red line crossed the blue line moving up, and you can see how big the candle was. It dropped down all the way. So if you would have placed a trade for 1 minute, you would have won. And you will only place sell trades when the red line crosses the blue line moving up. And for a buy trade, always wait for the blue line to cross the red line moving up. So at this point, which is going to be this candle or this candle, I'm not sure, but whichever candle it was, you would have won the trade. So before I give you guys the tips, if you're a beginner, stick to this strategy that I've told you right now. First practice this, make sure you get a hang of it, and then you can apply the tips that I'll be giving you to get better results. And now for the tips. Whenever you see the blue line and the red line crossing each other, make sure the green line is going in the same direction as well. So let me give you guys an example right here. So if you look at this direction, okay, before I say this, let me tell you what the green line does. So if the blue line is above the red line, I told that it's an uptrend. But if the blue line is above the red line and the green line is up as well, it means it's a strong uptrend. So if you look here at this area, the blue and the green line is above the red line, which shows the strength of the uptrend is pretty strong. So if you look here, the candles like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row were bullish candles. So you can see that it's a pretty strong uptrend, and the reason behind it is because the blue and the green line are above the red line together. Now if you are going to look for a strong downtrend, you should wait for the red line to cross the blue line moving up, and make sure the green line is up as well. So if let's take this as an example. So if you look here, the red line crossed the blue line moving up, and the green line is moving up as well, which means that it's a strong downtrend. And this is a perfect example because you can see this candle dropped down all the way here, and if you would have placed a trade here, you would have won it easily. So what you have to do is wait for the blue and the red line to cross each other, and let's say the red line crossed the blue line. So if the red line crossed the blue line, that's the first confirmation, and the second should be the green line to move up as well. So this is a good example. If you see, before this one, the green line dropped all the way down. So as soon as the red line crossed the blue line, the green line started moving up as well. So when you see the red and the green moving up together, you should place a trade for sell, and if you do that, you will have higher chance of winning the trade. So this right here was a good example of a sell trade. So I'll repeat this once again. Wait for the red line to cross the blue line, and make sure the green line is going in the same direction as the red line. So in simple words, make sure the green and the red line crosses the blue line together moving up. So if you see a setup like this, make sure you place a trade for sell. So this right here is a good example of a buy trade because the blue line crossed the red line moving up and the green line is moving up as well. So in this situation, the blue and the green line crossed the red line moving up. So you can see this is the reason why it's a strong uptrend. So in this situation, you would have placed a trade for buy for 1 minute at any of these candles, like at whichever candle it crosses, and you would have won. So before I go to the next indicator which will help you get even better results, let me show you a few examples right here. So this was a good example for a sell trade. This was a good example for a sell trade as well. This one was a good for buy. So now I will show you guys another indicator that will help you get even better results. So we go down to indicators and you open moving average. Once you open your moving average, these are the settings that you will see. So you have to change your period to 200 and make sure your moving average is set to SMA. And for the color, you can choose any color you like. I would go with blue right now. So this moving average, I've set the moving average to 200. So this moving average will show me the trend of the market. So let me just zoom out and to have a better view. So right now, if you see, this is the moving average. So whenever the candles are below the moving average, it's a downtrend. And whenever the candles are above the moving average, above the 200 moving average, it's an uptrend. So the one thing that you always have to do is follow the trend. What do I mean by that? So let me show you guys an example. So this is a pretty good example. This is a pretty good example. So right here, if you see, the red candles have power over the green candles. So I'm saying red and green candles so you guys can understand it easily. But usually we call it bullish candles and bearish candles. So currently, if you see, the candles are below the 200 moving average line. So whenever the candles are below the 200 moving average line, it's a downtrend. So you can see the red candles are stronger than the green. So this means if you only go for sell trades, so what you have to do is wait for if you see that the blue line cross the red line and it's a downtrend, do not place a trade. Because in this situation it's a downtrend and you're going against the trend. So by this, your winning ratio will decrease. So what you have to do is, whenever it's a downtrend, always wait for the red line to cross the blue line moving up and make sure the green line is going up as well, and you can place a trade for sell. So I think this was a good example. Let me just zoom in. If you see at this place, it's a first thing what you have to look is if it's an uptrend or downtrend. So I'll give you an example right now. This is a downtrend. First, why? Because it's under the 200 moving average line. Now what should you see next? The next thing is you should see if the red line crosses the blue line. That's another confirmation. So the red line crosses the blue line, and the last confirmation is you have to also look if the green line is moving up with red line. So here you meet all the confirmations. The first thing is the candle should be below the 200 moving average line, which shows it's a downtrend. Second should be the red line should cross the blue line moving up. So this shows the second confirmation, and the third and the final confirmation is the green line should go up as well. So over here you can see the green and the red line crossed, the blue line moving up, and as you can see it's a pretty strong downtrend. So you would have either placed a trade at this candle or this candle and you would have won it. So this right here was an example of a sell trade. Now let me show you a good example of a buy trade. Let me change the currency pair. Okay, this is perfect. So this is, I think, okay, this is an amazing setup. So if you can see here, the blue line crossed the red line moving up and the green line moved up as well. So this is a pretty strong uptrend. Let me show you a better example. Okay, this is the perfect one. So you can see here the blue and the green line are moving together, like they cross the red line moving up, and you can see here you would have placed a trade here for up for 1 minute and the candle would have ended up here. So your starting trade would be at this area and your finishing trade would be here. So you would have ended up winning this. So let me repeat this once again. Always look for 3 confirmations. First, the candles are above the 200 moving average line, which shows it's an uptrend. So you got your first confirmation. Second, make sure the blue line crosses the red line moving up. So it did that at this place. If you look down closely, the blue line cross the red line moving up. That's the second confirmation. And the last and final confirmation, make sure the green line moved up as well. So right here you can see the blue and the green line moved up together. They crossed red and move up together. So you have met all of your confirmations. Then you can go and place a trade, and you can see if you would have placed a trade at this candle or this candle, you would have ended up winning the trade. So now since you guys got the strategy, you guys might have a question in your mind, like you guys must be asking yourself, what's the best time to trade? So I have tested this strategy out in different time frames and in different sessions, and this strategy works like throughout the day in each and every session, but I get the best results when I trade during London session and New York session. And if you guys don't know what is London session and New York session and like how to know which session starts, make sure to watch the beginner's guide. I talk about the sessions that I trade and the reason behind it. So if you guys want to know that, make sure you check the video out. I'll leave the link down in the description. And the next question that you guys might be having is, how long should my trade be for? So for this strategy, I've tested out with different time frames, and the one which I got the best results with is 1 minute. So always stick to 1 minute time frame. You guys can test out 2 and 3 as well, but I prefer 1 because it has given me the best results. So this was the strategy, guys. Comment down below what you want to see next, and if you have any video requests, you can message me on Instagram as well. I'll leave the link down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, smash the like button below and don't forget to subscribe.